Hello, I'm Dr. Uche. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to my channel. If this is on YouTube that you're watching this, if you're here for the first time, it's so great to have you. I am Dr. Uche. I'm a publisher. I'm a biography writing coach, a book reviewer, and yes, also I'm a real life physician. I love all things books. I come here to share biography writing tips, to do book reviews, and sometimes I do also have children's book read alouds. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, and also if you hit the notification bell, you know when I upload new videos. Alrighty then, today I want to discuss an aspect that people ask me, and not uncommonly, which is, yes, you say all this about writing biographies, but I'm not famous. What are the chances I'm going to write a bestseller? Is there any benefit to me of writing a biography if I don't make a lot of money from it? First and foremost, I think that it depends on your goals. There are not many people out there, even among publishers, there are not many people who actually go ahead and make a lot of money. You make a lot of money either because you are famous and so you have a broad reach, you're going to reach a lot of people with whatever you write, or you have a very good marketing program, because ultimately you have to get your book out there, whatever you write. People need to be aware of it. And if you don't get enough people to actually even know the book exists, then it's kind of a tough battle, having people actually buy the book. The next thing is you can write something that is really, really brilliant. And if people are aware of it, they spread the word. And also in that manner, you get a lot of people to buy your book. But what if you don't clearly fall into any of these categories? I'm not saying your book is not brilliant. And that is the strength in writing personal stories. I don't think there's that much pressure to make it a masterpiece, because I happen to think everyone's life is a masterpiece. That combination of successes and failures, life experiences, lessons learned is unique to you. And I think that your children, your grandchildren will be very, very excited to read about things that happened perhaps before they knew you in your younger years. And so I think therein lies the strength of biographies, nonfiction, generally speaking. There's so much to share, so much people can learn, and you're not trying to make the book like fiction, like works of fiction. You're not trying to make the story particularly wonderful or captivating or enchanting. I think it's totally a different ballgame when you're writing nonfiction, biographies, memoirs, autobiographies compared to fiction. But getting back to what I want to discuss, is there any benefit? And I think yes, yes, yes. 3 things for you to think about. In writing your autobiography, your biography, you are saving words of wisdom for your children, for your descendants. And in 10, 20 years' time, you may not remember the things you experienced. You may not remember all of them. So in writing it down, you're actually saving pearls of wisdom they can refer to. This is what I learned. These are the mistakes I made, and this is what I learned from them. Your children are not reinventing the wheel, making the same mistakes, because they can refer to what you've written. It's not everybody who has the enormous opportunity to sit and talk to their child on a constant basis about everything along the way. Yes, we spend summers with our children. We spend time with our children when they're younger. Then they get older. And interestingly, when they attain adulthood, that's when we have a lot more to share that could apply to their lives. And that's when they are less available to us, right? They're 18, 19, 20, they're off to college. And when you want to tell them the things you know about young adulthood, they're not so accessible to you. They're busy living their lives. So I think that writing your life story enables you to share words of wisdom. So that's the first thing. The second is you get a chance to address controversies, to explain decisions you made and lessons learned. Now, how many of us have made mistakes, things we wish we did differently? All right, that's about all of us, right? But to have an opportunity to say, this happened in my life, gosh, I wish I did it differently. And if I had to advise somebody, I would say this. That's a unique opportunity that writing your autobiography gives you. Or this is why I made this decision. Yes, it's not a popular decision if most people had to look into it, but I have no regrets. It ended up benefiting me in this way, that sort of thing. So this is another thing you can get out of writing an autobiography, even if you're not going to make millions out of it, right? The third thing is it actually gives an opportunity to save your family tree, information about people who came before you, your parents, your grandparents, great grandparents, whoever you remember. And I think this is really important for diasporian families. If you're somebody who emigrated to a place, your children may not know much about the homeland, right? Who the grandparents were, great grandparents, maybe let me say great grandparents, and who was whose father and mother and grandfather. And then you look at these families where this information is saved, and we all think, wow, like the US president, current US president Biden was actually sworn in on a family Bible that dates back generations. And we look at that, we say, wow, they saved this, right? But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere to start saving all that information so that in 50 years' time, your grandchildren would be able to say, my grandfather came from this corner of Nigeria and their grand uncle was this person, and that relative who lives in Texas, this is how they're related, and I've seen them at family events, but this is the relationship. Like, there's no way children born in the diaspora would know those if you don't save that family tree for them. Okay, enough said. That's all I wanted to share today. Is there any benefit from writing your family history if there is no major monetary benefit, right? If you're not going to go make thousands, tens of thousands out of it, is there any benefit? Yes. And again, just to recap, you get to save words of wisdom for your children and your grandchildren. Remember, we forget these things with time. That's one. The next, you get to address controversies in your life, explain decisions, and so on and so forth. And thirdly, you get to save your family history, your family tree for children who may not have any other way of knowing these relationships and how they're related to people and so on and so forth. So that's it from me, Dr. Uche. I look forward to sharing tips with you when I come back, or a book review or a children's book read aloud. Take care, stay well, and remember to hit subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you hit the notification bell, you know when I upload new videos. Till next time, bye-bye.